dishonor.
NBA 2K14. Man, oh man, time really flies. I remember when this dropped, man, like watching Chris move, and this blew my mind. And I know some of you guys can agree. You know, this right here, it was the 2K that started it all when it came to the park, man. It was something that everybody wanted. We all wanted to play with our my players and head to the park and play against other players. And we got that. It was straight hoops, man. Right to the point. No nonsense. No running to different stores. No different locations. Just straight hoops. You know, the games were to 21. You know what I'm saying? You were in the same park for the whole year, but nobody cared. We just wanted to hoop. And we got that. That's all we wanted to do was hoop, man. The games did take a long time, though. I'm not going to lie. They definitely took a while, but like I said, it was fun. It was fun. Not really much to this part, but yeah, it was lit, man. Let's hop into the next. After 2K14, man, 2K wowed us again with the new installment of the park, man. They gave us 3 affiliations on 2K15. This right here was really where the park really started to take off, and it started to gain traction, and a lot of people started to get involved into the park scene. Right here, though, I'm not gonna lie, everybody and their mother was playing the rival day. I don't know about y'all, but everybody had a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a purpose. Everybody was involved. You know what I mean? You can go, and when you were hooping, it had a reason why you were hooping. You weren't just out there hooping just to hoop. Like, you was hooping for a purpose for your affiliation. You had 3 different affiliations. Sunset, you had Rivet, and then you had Old Town, man. Those 3 affiliations you got to choose from. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, during that time, I was like a young boy. I don't remember, like, I'm pretty sure you got a boost to to certain attributes depending on the park you went to. If I'm not mistaken, like, I know Sunset would get like shooting boost, and I think Old Town got like slashing boost or something like that. But you were able to get certain attributes depending on the park you chose, man. And then to add on to that, man, everything in the store wasn't expensive. You weren't paying 30,000 for a coat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't doing all that. It was just light stuff. The craziest thing that was in this in the clothing, I think, was like Marvel or something. It wasn't even nothing crazy at that time because 2K didn't have that many sponsors, but everything was cheaper, man. It wasn't a crazy amount. You could put accessories, all that. You wasn't paying 50,000 VC to get all your accessories and jerseys and all that, man. So this was a very fun 2K as well when it came to the park. This park right here was really dope. The scenery was dope. You had 3 different places you can hoop. So 2K stepped it up right here, man. This was the only 3 parks we had throughout the whole year. You know, 2K didn't make any changes when it came to it, but it was 3 different locations. And we also had the Jordan Wreck as well, but I'm mainly talking about the park. But it was lit, man. You guys let me know. You let me know which out of the 3 were y'all favorite, man. Out of the whole park scene, out of the 3 parks we got, which one was y'all favorite? And how many hours were y'all really playing 2K15? I had so many hours logged in, but we're gonna hop into the next one.
And the game won't change, it's the same old thing.
NBA 2K16, man. They took the foundations from 15 and brought it over to 16 with the same affiliations, but they expanded on the park experience and expanded the whole park scenery, man. I mean, this is the greatest 2K ever, man. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We already know this, other than 2K11, but when it came to the park scene, this was the game right here, man. Like I said, these earlier 2Ks, there was a reason to play, man. They had life. When you won your rival day, you got a new park. Where you ever hear that now when we play 2K and Elite and Roz and all that? You ain't getting no new park. 2K give us the same nonsense, but these 2Ks, bro, there was a reason. You know what I'm saying? 2K16, you had a reason to go out here and hoop, man, because if your team won like Rivet did, they got a whole new park. And this park right here, it was dope as ever, man. Just one of the dopest parks I've ever seen that we probably ever had, man, you know, when it came to the park. It was just a dope experience, a dope time. You got all the way to Legend 5. The rep system was back. You grind all the way to Legend 5. It was a little bit of a grind, but if you got there, man, you was something different. People had tigers on the court. It was just a different vibe, man. But 16 was goated. The park in NBA 2K17, it was a letdown. It was definitely a letdown, man. From the past two iterations, 2K wowed us with the parks and all that, but they got lazy. You know, they brought all the old parks back, but they just gave it to us at nighttime.
What did he say?
It was a total letdown, and 2K knew it was a letdown. They knew for a fact it was a letdown, so they added little events here and there. One of those events being Park After Dark, and that park was, I don't even want to talk about that. That was horrible. You couldn't even play a game. You know, everybody and their mother was like, yo, this about to be fire. I remember that time. Like, everybody was saying this is going to be a fire park. You know what I'm saying? Park After Dark. But it wasn't. You couldn't even play it. You would get into it, and then you would literally lag out, or the servers would do some weird stuff and it would kick you out. But yeah, man, the park was pretty much the same. It was just nighttime. They added a little aesthetic to it when it came to some of the courts, but it was the same. It was pretty much the same. It was a letdown. This park also had, I believe, they also had park cards. Yeah, this game also had park cards in the park. And they also had the rep system again, but the rep system was a little bit different. It went from rookie to pro to all-star to superstar, and then legend 1. Legend 1 was the highest you can get, and the amount of games it took was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think everyone got there. Orlando, I don't really remember. Somebody got there and he was disappointed. I think he just got like a jetpack. It was a total letdown. This was one of the most overrated 2Ks when it came to the park. It was a letdown, man, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. People and everybody and their mother still play this 2K, but we're gonna hop into the next 2K.
Yeah, back with another one.
I mean, after 2K17, man, everybody and their mother thought we was finna get a good 2K when it came to the park. You know what I'm saying? We thought the park was about to be live, but nah, they was trash. It was so bare bones. Like 2K18 was so boring. So bare bones, man. It was one of the worst parks I've ever seen. Just ever. You know what I'm saying? 2K got so lazy when it came to 2K18 park, man. They had the audacity, bro. They had the audacity to give us 2 courts per affiliation. Yes, 2 courts per affiliation. You know how disrespectful that is? Now, I'm not gonna lie. I blame the 2K community a little bit, man, because everybody and their mother on 17 was like, yo, we need a GTA type of park environment where we can move around and cars and all that. I remember that time. Everybody and their mother wanted a game like that. And so I blame y'all for the park that we got. You know what I'm saying? But 2K failed us. You know, we got that road to 99 for the rep system. It was just a failure. This park was, oh my gosh, I'm starting to get a headache just talking about this game, man. This was so pathetic, guys. You guys let me know, was this the worst park ever in y'all eyes? Because to me, this was utter trash, man. Utter trash. I'm done. Let's get to the next.
My environment had to grow, and now I was the man then.
After 2K18, man, 2K19, I mean, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. The neighborhood idea, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? From the park to the neighborhood. All right, cool. I'm not gonna lie. The courts were lit. On 19, you know, they would change during events. But the main issue I had with this whole location on 19 was that 2K, they brought more stores, more locations where you didn't hoop. Now, you guys remember in the beginning of the video when I was mentioning the other parks, what was the main thing I was saying? You were just out there hooping. On 19, it wasn't just hoops. Everybody was running around outside of the neighborhood area. They was going to the courts, just standing there. They was going to different stores, playing dodgeball, doing everything other than playing basketball. And this is where it started to change for the park scenery, man. A lot of people don't talk about that, but this is literally where it changed, man, because it stopped being about basketball. Why am I playing a basketball game and I'm playing red ball, blue ball? Like, come on, you feel what I'm saying? Like, just a waste of my time. I want to hop on the game and I want to hoop. And that's what a whole bunch of us wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But 2K, they always got to make it difficult. You know what I'm saying? Always got to make it difficult. Always trying to innovate and do things that we never asked for. Stretch bigs were absolutely ridiculous in this game. They were the best builds in the game. They were unstoppable. It didn't matter what you did. You know what I'm saying? That's Duke Dennis was absolutely crazy in this game. I mean, stretches, they didn't make any sense. Now, they did bring back that 99 rep from 18. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit more simplistic. They changed it a little bit. They added a little bit more. But we also got something at the top. If you guys can see on the top of your screen, players had this playground, like elite bar thing where you can see how elite different teams were when you would play them. So I guess that was different. But as for the park, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was something different. You know what I'm saying? It was a breath of fresh air. We needed something different. But 2K started to get away from what we know, which was just playing basketball. On to the next though. On to the next.
All my life, I've been grinding all my life like a fight. Hustle pay the price.
Kid y'all not, 2K20 was the exact same park. Yes, y'all heard me right. They gave us the exact same park. You know how on 17 they made it dark at night? They didn't do nothing on 20 after 19. It was the same neighborhood. I'm not capping. Like, it was the exact same. They might have added a few more events, but it was the exact same park. Everybody and their mother was just walking around the neighborhood, not hooping. Just more of the same, man. Adding more events outside of basketball. Niggas was playing frisbee. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. Who asked for this? Like, I don't know who asked to play anything other than basketball. Now, they did give us a rep system. They gave us our rep system back that we had on 16 and 17. They brought back the rep system from rookie to legend. But at this point, everybody wanted to do other things except for hooping. You know what I'm saying? Unless you was going to any of where niggas was really getting it popping. But the regular neighborhood, man, people they just stopped hooping, man. You know, it would just change a little bit. The scenery would change a little bit during seasons. But that was pretty much it, man. They gave us the same exact park. Let's move on. At this point, man, pretty much people was really... They didn't really care what 2K dropped at this point, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was waiting for the next gen version of the game. But current gen, they got a little decent upgrade, I guess, from the neighborhood, I guess. I mean, it was called the 2K Beach. It was decent, you know, the scenery looked different. It was a little dope little park, I'm not gonna lie. It was nothing too crazy. They brought back the old Ferris wheel we used to have on 17. But I'm really gonna talk about 2K21 next gen from 2K23 next gen. Now, all these games on the next gen version was pretty much the same game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have 4 different locations where you can hoop at. 2K tried to bring back affiliations, but this was pathetic. Now, you had 4 different locations you can hoop at: Western Wildcats, Northside Knights, South City Vipers, and then the Beast of the East. These places we were hooping at were so unrealistic and so lifeless. Like, they had no life. And then on the 2K22 side and then 23 side on current gen, they put them niggas on a boat. Yes, they put them niggas on a little cruise ship and they told them to go out there and hoop, and that they were getting to a location while they were hooping. I mean, it was absolutely pathetic. 2K just gave up. They didn't care. All they cared about was the next gen side. But did they really care about the next gen side? Because like I said, the courts were so whack on next gen. It was so overrated. I didn't want to hoop where in a snake park. Like, what kind of stuff is that? I'm hooping like I'm in hell on the lava on Beast of the East. Like, I roll with God over here. I don't roll with anyway. I roll with God, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hoop where there's lava. I want to hoop in realistic locations. Like, what is this? But like I said, 2K moved away from what we wanted, which was just hoops. That was what 2K was. But let's hop into the next.
She said 3D. I bet I come out with a meme.
Now, at this point, 2K24 dropped, and like I said, remember on 22 and 23 what I said? They was in the cruise, and 2K was talking about they trying to get to a location on the current gen side of things. Yeah, they got to the location. Now they put these niggas on an island. At this point, nobody was really on this game and playing it at all. Everybody and their mother was on next gen at this point. But if you were still on current gen, you was on the island now. You was off the boat, I guess. But anyway, they brought the city back for next gen again. For the what? 4th time? I don't know. But they brought it back again. And this city was absolutely trash as well. It gave people more things to do other than hooping. You're doing quests. you going to different courts and not even hooping. You're doing side quests. Other people couldn't play you on these cool courts. You was just doing that for your quest. But 2K did give us 2 different locations where we could hoop now, 2 different affiliations. They brought it back. Instead of having 4, they gave us 2, which was Elite and Rise. Now, on the Elite side of things, that park was so trash. I don't know who asked for that type of park, that futuristic park. It was absolutely pathetic. But then, the Rise, oh my gosh. Now, more people went to Rise because of the realistic look that Rise had, because it had like a look kind of like Sunset, so more people went to Rise, and 2K knew that. But whoever made this design and say, yo, let's make an octopus looking park, you niggas need to be banned from life, like from any gaming company, because who thinks of that playing a basketball game? Like, absolutely pathetic. I'm just so off this game. It was just, ugh.
Boss move. Refuse to lose.
Second straight year, 2K25 is out, still out right now. And they brought back the same 2 affiliations, Elite and Rise. Now, you can make a case that it looks a little bit better, I guess. I guess they made the city a little bit smaller. But nobody's asking for the city. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Nobody cares about the city. People just want to hoop. And 25, they didn't allow that again, man. So they gave us Rise, and they gave us Elite again. And then 2K tried to sprinkle in the old parks that we had on 15 and bring them back, but it was already a wrap. We was hooping in areas now. Like, I feel like whoever made it, they just playing with us, because at this point now we hooping in areas where there's transformers being built. I mean, at this point, bro, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? But I'm off 2K25. I ain't even gonna talk about that. But yeah, man, you guys let me know, man. What was the best part that you missed? Like, what was the best part that you missed? And like, y'all know me, man. Y'all know me. I just went straight off the dome, no script. So like I said, y'all gonna see me. I might stop a little bit. I might chop up, because I'm not going off any type of script. I'm just going off the dome, off every 2K. So it's gonna be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little bit. I'm not gonna say the word ghetto, but it's gonna be a little bit like, you know, ain't gonna be too professional like. But we gonna get there though. We gonna get there. But if you got to this point of the video, man, shout out to y'all, man. I really rock with y'all. I love y'all, man. Y'all my family, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna grind on this YouTube journey together, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the 2K content. I'm gonna do more reactions as well. But y'all know me, I do a lot of play now. I don't even be in the mycareer side of the things anymore. I used to, but I'm more on the play now side, man, because they can't really change play now. Play now really is always the same. It's just the gameplay that changes. But anyway, man, yeah, you guys let me know what 2K Park was the best to y'all in y'all eyes, man. I had a blast really making this. You know, it went down. I went down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that I probably missed as well. You guys let me know on some of these parks. One of those things, Brittany, that I just thought of was after, when you used to beat people, you was able to dance where they was at too. And I just wanted to add that in there. Y'all know me, like, I ain't cutting it up. It's just on the realistic side. So y'all just gonna hear this at the end. But I missed that. You know what I'm saying? Used to dance in people's face, waving their face. Just the little things, man. 2K took out of the park. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna catch you guys on the flip, man. You guys stay safe, stay blessed, keep Christ first. And we're gonna keep the grind up, man. We're gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting close. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting close to that 1,000. You guys get me there, man. You guys get me to 1,000. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go crazy for 2K26. And all we can do is hope for the best, right? All we can do is hope for the best. But I'm gonna catch you guys, man. Stay safe. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.